time, right?
Yeah, you damn right I got
What
time.
happened?
They'll bunch up as they come into turn number 3. Look at that white chalk line down there in 4. That's where we'll turn them loose. Who's it going to be tonight? They pick up the pace and we're off and running for finest race cars in the world and the finest racetrack in the world. Jack Hewitt, your fast qualifier, still at the back. Might get through. Good bit of driving. Good bit of driving. Here comes Jack. Dives way down inside. Does the slide job. Hewitt takes the lead. Jack Hewitt, your new race leader. How about a nice round of applause for our winner? Can he do it? He did it. Jack Hewitt, car number 26.
We're at Eldora Speedway. We're fishing with my hero, Jack Hewitt. I've always wanted to do this, and I feel like this is the perfect place to do this, all right? I was a former announcer. 2013, I announced for USAC, but I'm retired. I'm never gonna announce again. But there was the famous, what was it? It was Terry Baltus, right? It was Earl's son?
Yep.
What was his line that he had for you when he went out on the racetrack? He rides it high.
Eldora's favorite son. He rides him high because he ain't afraid to die.
Jack, you're rather notorious here at Eldora for running the high side, but yet in your victory, you ran the middle of the groove quite a bit.
Yeah, Earl was playing games with me today, I guess. He wanted to be something different, which I think if it had dried out just a little bit, there would have been a two-groove racetrack. Instead of tonight was in the middle in the rough spot, but I think the fans got their money's worth.
Steve Butler, and here comes Jack Hewitt on the high side, trying to pick up that 4th spot. Jack Hewitt on the move. Jack picks up that 4th spot.
Jack, you'll probably cast 10 times the mic too, so.
But that's good. See, actually, when you're not biting, slow's good.
Yeah.
Patience is a virtue. Possess it if you can. Found seldom in a woman and never in a man. And I've never been one for patience.
Patience sucks.
Yeah. I said of all the years I raced, there was 2 ways they said that never went with my driving style, and that was patient or smooth.
But Hewitt's still going.
Well, Hewitt can definitely do it under all circumstances. Staying on the throttle, not letting up one least little bit.
What year was this place built?
1954.
And your dad was the first to go on this racetrack, wasn't he?
Earl played music, and then he was over by New Bremen for some reason when they had a race going, and he said, well, hell, I think I'm gonna get in the racing business. And so he went and started building this track, and the way I understand it was like, he got the track roughed in pretty good and everything, and it wasn't ready to race on for the grandstand or nothing, but anyways, he had Dad, or Dad got with him, whatever, came up, and then Dad took his race car and he ran around the track for a while, and Dad was the first one to be on the track for sure.
It's the most beautiful racetrack in the world.
Well, it's just unreal, like I said, I've been here since it's opened, and to see all the changes and everything, and like I said, it was hard to let go of Earl Baltus because this is Earl Baltus. But of all the people, Tony Stewart got it, and that's just as cool to me, because Tony and I were buddies anyways, but I mean, he's pretty proud of the place, and it means something to him. He didn't just buy it as an investment. He bought it because he loves this place like everybody else.
Exactly. You are a great fisherman. You think eating fish is disgusting, right?
Yes, yes.
You don't like seafood.
No.
Why do you fish?
Hell, I've only got one. I always just like it because it's just a bullshit. It's an excuse. I'm not a drinker, so I don't go to the bar, which I do go to the bar all the time. But I just like going out fishing, and you're looking at the birds and the fish and the turtles and snakes, whatever's out there, Like that, catch a fish is a bonus. Like right now, you're using that term loosely. You are fishing. No, you're not. You got to catch one for your fishing. We always say down there when we got our boat that if you don't, you're just boating until you catch a fish, then you're fishing. It's been 21 years since I've been walking like this, my right arm don't work. And they'd say if you go back right now and have this arm and leg working, but in return you're gonna miss, you have to do away with this, hell no. I'm good. I've got, like I said, my bucket list is full and I keep looking for shit to add to it so I can go do something else. No, heck, everything I've done's been worth it, you know, and most people after they break their neck the first time, well, actually it was the second time. I didn't know I broke it one time, but it healed itself. And it fused a couple vertebrae together in my neck. But then when I broke it the second time, the legal time I call it, you know, here at Eldora in '93, most people quit. Well, again, people never called me very smart either. and if I would have quit then, like I said, I'd be walking around fine, but I wouldn't have got to go to Indy. I wouldn't have won the 4 Crown. You know, just things were so much different. My dad, right here at Eldora, he lost his eye in 1971 when I was in the Army, and he lost it in May, I think. And then in '74, he crashed down in turn 1 and got his fingers burned off, you know, and shit, it never slowed him down a bit either.
Jack, you almost lost your life here at this racetrack last year and everything. To come back and win here, is it any more special than anywhere else?
Well, I didn't consider losing my life. I just thought there was a long recovery period in there. But, you know, it's just any time I win Eldora is special to me. But tonight, you know, like I was telling them downstairs, that we crawled back on the horse that threw us, and we rode it to the buzzer, and I'm tickled to death.
Well, hell, dude, you're in really good shape for your age. You know, you're getting around good, you know. Obviously you got a limp and your arm, but like, shit, the guys that race in your age, you're lucky to, you know, to be alive with some of the crashes you've had, right? That's fair to say?
That's unfortunate. One thing you don't brag about when you can tell people you did all the way, he walked away videos. You know, because I've done all of them. I mean, we crashed a lot, you know. Brett Mann hit the wall lapping him, come down, landed on me, knocked me out, and broke my neck and my arm, killed the nerve to my eye. And then the next one, Dickie Gaines, come from the top to the bottom to block me, because you know, it was his dad's race and he was wanting to make the show, and he come in, stuck his left front in my right rear, and I flipped backward down the straightaway, but hell, it really knocked me out on both of them. Yeah, hell, I just woke up in the hospital. No, hell, I don't live that shit. Don't bother me at all. I went to yesterday, I don't care. And when I found out for the healing deal.
Oh, did I get him?
Said it again.
Oh, I'm gonna get one of these motherfuckers.
We only got so much time in the day.
Your most famous walking away video. What is it?
Yeah, the one that I'm famous for. It ain't my most famous.
I know you hate talking about it.
But yeah, Macon, Illinois.
So let's go to Macon, Illinois. We're coming down for a green flag start here on a semi, 10 laps to go. Jack Hewitt gets stalled on the back straightaway. There was the green flag. The starter's holding the yellow. He don't know what to wave. They're racing around. They're coming off of turn number 2. Everybody slows down. Hewitt's sitting right there. Everybody's missed him, but Jeff Sands. Sands hits him. He comes in and crashes into a 3-wheeler as Shipman looks on.
Yeah, you damn right I got
What happened out there?
Oh, that stupid-ass flagman. They got a dumb-ass flagman they can't see.
I went down to the Moose Haven because Ross Chastain was down there signing autographs. And I told him, I said, you know, when you're dead and I'm dead and people won't even know who we are, that move that you did around the wall and my KMD deal, they're gonna live on forever. Nobody will know who we are, but them videos will both live on forever.
Viral moments.
Yep, they will. Be like walking on the moon and killing Kennedy. Well, Chastain and I was right there with them.
You know, we sat there, the USAC officials yelled yellow, I sat there and he shut the green light back off. He turned the green light back on, so I got in the tuck position. Sure enough, we got hit.
The USAC official was Shipman.
No, he was a flagman.
Oh, he was who was the official?
Bill Curry.
Jack Hewitt stopped on the backstretch. With the green light still on, everyone got by him except Jeff Sands, who nailed Hewitt from behind. To say that Hewitt was unhappy that the caution didn't come on when he was stalled in the backstretch would be somewhat of an understatement.
Here comes the arm restraints. Here comes the helmet. There goes the neck collar on the ground. The arm restraints are dangling. The helmet's off. It's on the ground. The arm restraints are on the ground. He blows by the USAC officials. USAC's trying to stay up with him. Leave me alone. The announcer's trying to settle him down. Jimmy Vivinato's trying to settle him down. And you think Jack Hewitt's got something to say about getting run into the rear? He's working on Bill Carey. He gets past Bill Carey, and now he's talking to Billy Shipman.
And he's a big boy, and he said, I ain't gonna grab you, you know. And he was the head of the midget department, and it was really funny because when he didn't grab me, and I'm calling Shipman, you know, all them bad names and things, and he said, Hewitt, if you call him one more bad name, it's gonna cost you $50. Well, at 350, he quit counting. Had to try a different tactic, because that wasn't working.
What's $50?
Yeah, so he just...
I mean, what did you say? I think that official makes 150 or something a week.
175.
Do you even remember what you said?
175, yeah, because he makes... Well, I didn't want to disrespect all the other USAC officials, you know, and I wanted to get Shipman back. I said, you know, but Shipman pointed for me to go back to the pits.
And then he wants to use this shirt that says authority, you know, this bitch probably makes 175 a week, which is fine, but he makes this shirt on, and then he's authority, got all this power, and he wants to just go back to the pits. Well, he up, and he can kiss my and if I get the chance, he's going to.
And why I went to the side that the steps wasn't on, I'd still be in jail today if I'd have went to the other side of the grandstand, because I'd have had him by the neck.
I'm going to turn my back on you. And the only thing that saved Billy Shipman's life is the steps to get up there or on the other side of where Jack Hewitt came from. And Hewitt is this.
Little son of a bitch, I'll get his neck.
But I'm so glad we did. You know, we had a roast here, and Shipman came. And hell, we laugh about it today. It's just all good fun, but that night it wasn't funny. I mean, he had just turned the green light on. I'm sitting dead on the back straightaway. Oh, I was hot, yeah.
No, but at that roast, you played a prank on him, right?
Well, yeah, I had that.
Is that the ballroom right over here?
Yeah, I had that barbecue drill, them aprons you got for guys at barbecue. Anyway, then had a towel sewed across the top of it. I said, I told you, can I say kiss my
Yeah, hell yeah.
I said, you know, I told you that one day you're gonna kiss my I said, the day, and I grabbed that towel and started wiping my forehead while I had a fishing line on, and a great big old deal popped up right there and said, the night you're going to. But then, like I said, it's just a laugh. And
Jackson, you all right, Joe? I'm all right. Car's tore up.
Get fast tomorrow, man.
Yeah, thanks.
And shit, hell, Bloomquist broke my wrist here one year. Shit, I can't even be mad at him no more.
What happened there?
He spun me. I hit my front end on purpose.
Oh.
You know, Bloomquist, he's just that way, so.
It's fiery.
I just part of it. I went fishing all week with a broken wrist, so it wasn't too bad. He didn't cost me my fishing trip.
Injuries have never stopped you from fishing, right? Like you were just telling me, and it's in your book, when is it the second time, the legal time you broke your neck? You were in the hospital and you went fishing? Tell us that story.
Well, at the Indiana Rehab there on the west side of Indianapolis, off 465 and 38th Street, they have a pond, maybe not quite this big, and they ask you what you like to do because they try to keep you motivated. They don't want you to get, you know, down in the dumps and everything with your healing. And they said, what do you like doing? I told them fishing. And they come out with a Zebco 202. They had them trout eggs on the end of this little hook, orange trout eggs. It had a bobber and a sinker, just like what you brought with us today. And I told my boy, I said, Cody, I said, you go outside and make sure there's nobody out there with a camera, because I don't want nobody taking a picture of me using that shit to fish with. And so then he went and brought me my good fishing pole and my tackle box, and I went out and caught a snapping turtle, and then before we left I caught a 3-pound bass. So that was pretty cool.
That's one of your most memorable fish you've ever caught, probably.
Yeah, no, that ain't no lie.
Did you still have like neck brace and all that? Like, were you like pretty hurt at the time when you went out there?
Yeah, I still had my halo on. I couldn't walk at all. My arm didn't work at all.
Were you wheelchaired out there by the pond?
Yeah, hell yeah. And when I got my first one put on, it was pretty cool. I'm laying there, you know, my arm's broke. You can't see it because of my shirt, but it's all messed up here now. And so my arm broke, and since I couldn't, my throat was paralyzed on the first one. So they just had me in an air cast because they couldn't operate. They can't put you out or nothing like that. And they got me on this, they finally take me in and put this halo on me. And I'm laying there, and Dr. Trammell, you know, the famous Indy guy, he said, well, when he's done, he said, what do you think? I said, I think you're an asshole. He said, what? He said, why would you say that? I said, to begin with, I got a broken arm. I only got one arm. I can only squeeze this table so hard for the pain. I said, I got this stupid ass nightgown on. I ain't got no pants. I couldn't shit in my pants. I said, I wasn't gonna give you assholes the privilege of seeing me cry. And he walked out laughing, you know.
Why do you, you got one?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a bass.
Well, I thought that's what it was coming for.
Oh, let's go.
A little bit bigger than I thought it would be. But it ain't a giant, but it's a bass. At least one of us catching something.
Heck yeah.
That'll work. Ouch, you little dickhead. See, this is where the one hand hurts. Because you can't get in there to get everything out. And I didn't bring no needle nose. Hey, Tony, you asked me to come to Columbus to fish in your pond, and then you never invited me to come down. But at least I caught one here at Eldora. Thanks, bud. The smell, oh yeah.
Well, your best memory?
Was a 4-crown, without a doubt. I mean, nothing even come close. We did win a ABC Wide World of Sports race here one year in the Aristocrat car. I flipped in the heat race and come back and won the feature. That was pretty cool, but it still wasn't a 4-crown.
Great run, buddy. Thank you. I think just 25 years of racing at Eldora Speedway helped win. This here is just a fairy tale evening, you know. You don't come to Eldora. I thought I'd been really lucky to win 2 in 1 year. I was hoping for 3, but I couldn't imagine 4. Snow White, Cinderella, they don't have nothing on me tonight.
That's the luckiest I ever seen Jack Hewitt. I mean, it was just our night. There's no other way to say it. I said if I'd have won the lottery that night, I think I'd have won. You know, it was our night. You couldn't do nothing wrong, and I don't know, it was just pretty amazing.
The dumbest thing you've ever done in your life was here.
Oh, actually the story, what tells the guy's name is Kyle Larson's chief mechanic.
Paul Silva.
Paul Silva, we was out to his shop, and he said, hey, I got something I need you to sign. Well, somebody went and bought him at an auction the 1997 check that we got for winning the feature. I don't know how they ended up with it, but he said, would you mind signing that for me? I said, absolutely. I said, but not only that, I'm gonna tell you a story to go along with it. And I said, you know, like it was on the 17th lap, it was just after halfway, coming off of 2, my seatbelt's come undone. And I'm running right behind Kevin Doty, underneath of him, and they pop loose. And I think I passed him going into 3. And then I ran the rest of the race with no seatbelts and won the feature. I forget who was leading at the time, but we went ahead and won the feature. If I wouldn't have had to get in another car right away, because I had to get right in the modified, I'd have probably started crying. I'm a big ball baby anyways.
Wait, so that was during the 4-crown?
That was the 1997 4-crown. So he not only got the check, he's got the story to go with it now. Well, see, I broke my neck in '93, so I had this strap. Simpson made me a strap before the Hans and all that, and I had it hooked to the roll bar, and it went through a loop in my helmet. And I thought I was either gonna win the feature or go see Dad. Luckily, I didn't go see Dad yet. I got time for that.
You're way braver than me.
No, it's dumber. That ain't the one just
You
like
think that hook's exposed enough to hook onto that fish, or?
What's that?
You think that hook's exposed enough to hook onto that
I
fish?
don't want it on. I want it buried in there so it don't snag on nothing.
Oh, yep.
That's weedless.
Makes sense.
For you, it's fishless, but
I'm glad you caught one today.
Yeah.
Though. At least we had some successful. My grandpa taught me how to fish, and I'm a good, well, I can't prove it yet. I'm not a good fisherman yet because I haven't caught anything, but you know, casting and reeling and trying to catch a fish, I'm all right at that part. But then when I actually catch a fish, I don't like touching them. They're slimy, they're alive, you know, they're gross kinda. It's just the texture, weird, you know, sliminess I'm a little diced about. So if I catch one, you gonna help me take it off the hook, Jack?
we'll help. Well, between the two of us, we'll get her off there.
You think I'm or what?
You keep proving it more and more. Yeah, I mean, being one's one thing, but you don't have to grow into it and prove it to everybody.
What's the most money you've ever won? Like in a race?
The Indianapolis 500. I don't remember how much we got then, and we did good. That was my best payday ever. Which I guess, let me rephrase that, that was Jody's best payday ever.
His wife. What'd you finish? I forget.
12th. And you know, it was pretty cool. Because I remember going down the back straightaway, and I seen the telemetry on the dash, they had it set up then, and I hit 225. I thought, that's pretty cool, you know. And then, you know, to make the race, and then to finish the race, I mean, it was all pretty neat stuff.
They had the late model million last year.
Yeah.
But I guess, you know, when you heard that they were going to make $1 million sprint car race, what was your thoughts?
Oh, man, if I wouldn't have blew a motor, I was going to start on the million for the late model.
You were?
I'd have been on the pole. I blew the motor up with 4 laps to go, lead and running away in the heat race.
That's
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. With the one, the Moran one.
Yep. We was going to start on the pole for that. Yeah.
When Earl, got one here.
Oh, I ain't trying to take some.
Dang, that one's taking some drag too.
He broke it. That son of a bitch.
Was that a big one?
I didn't have it tied good enough. Little bastard.
What was that day like? What was the atmosphere like?
Well, just hard to believe, you know, a dirt track paying $1 million to win, that's hard to believe. You know, and of course it got a lot of attention. You know, but I remember back when, well, I think Shane Carson won the first 10,000 to win the race here. And man, when they did that, it was just amazing, you know, and then the million now, my gosh, that just, for a dirt track, you know, that's just unbelievable.
That's life-changing.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Is there anything you like more than fishing?
Sex, but I'm getting too old.
What about racing?
Oh God, you never want to quit racing. I never did retire. I just had to quit because I got beat up and too old. You'd like to think, I have some pretty good dreams, not about sex. I have dreams about racing, you know, and different things.
What are the dreams? Like when you have them?
Just, I'm going racing. Just racing. I'm at the track and getting ready to race, it seemed like. There's nothing, you know, like that. I never was much of a drinker. Now I don't drink at all. I haven't drank for a long, long, long time. But you know that drunk at the bar, you say, I wish you'd shut the hell up. Well, I get on my own nerves.
Oh. I can't set a hook worth a shit.
Well, you call that setting a hook? Are you shitting me?
So they announced that they're having a sprint car million, which is, you know, obviously more up my alley. But what did you think about them, you know, giving the sprint car guys a chance? And you know, are you excited to see sprint cars race for $1 million? Because I mean, I know I'm excited that they're getting that opportunity.
Well, Absolutely, you know, it's my sport, and I mean, I'm into any dirt racing there is, but when it comes to sprint cars or Silver Crown, that's me, and to see something like that happen, and by Tony doing it, that's making even that much more special at my racetrack, you know, my home racetrack. I mean, just everything about it's just good, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's unbelievable to race for that much money here. You just can't really imagine. I bet when Donnie Moran won, he thought, holy crap, how can you do this, you know?
What else is there to accomplish after you win $1 million race? You're never going to race for $1 million again.
Yeah. Then if you win 1,000, makes you still feel pretty good. That thrill of victory. I don't think a sprint car driver would crash a sprint car driver for $1 million. I really don't think. If they're side by side, yeah, but he's not going to overdrive the car to try to get there, you know, to just take somebody out for it. I don't think it'd mean that much to them. I mean, they want to win, and the $1 million, but the scary thing, and that's the only bad thing about Eldora Speedway, it's so intimidating.
It will be aggressive racing, though, to the finish line, I think.
Oh, if it's close, I'd say, yeah. But I still don't think it'd be like NASCAR where they'll try to turn you or stick you in the fence or whatever.
No.
I don't think they would do that. I really don't. No?
No. Oh! Oh!
You goofy son.
Oh, I got him! Oh.
Set the hook again, just to be safe.
Oh.
Set the hook to make sure.
It's a little baby one.
That's about time there, Gertrude. Now don't hold it if you're going to break the end off the pole. You got to
get it up here.
You don't want to break that pole.
I don't want to touch it, though. I don't want to touch it.
No, but yeah.
Here, will you take it off for me?
Yes.
I caught a fish with Hewitt. I got him right on the lip clean, too. Look at that. Should be an easy one.
Well, if it's easy, take him off. I'm going to hook him. Okay, now look, I'm going to grab it and you're going to take the hook out, okay?
All right.
No. I got to wait till this ain't so bad if you got two hands when you got one. Yeah. Okay, now.
There we go.
You don't want to turn it loose?
All right, this is the first time I'm ever going to do it.
And
just because I'm with Hewitt and I'm feeling brave.
Look, you're just going to feel a little crystal there on the bottom. It ain't teeth.
Where is it? Where do I hit it? Where do I hit it?
Where my thumb is, right there, and just grab him. I like that. Attaboy.
I got it. Let it go.
I'm just making
it go. Thanks, buddy.
More than welcome, man.
That's my hero right there. I just touched the fish.
Well, you just think about winning, you know, or just staying ahead of them for a while and hope you're there at the end.
Does it make you feel good knowing that your legacy is tied to this place?
The amazing part, Dad was the first one to go around the track. Uncle Dick, Uncle Delmer, and Uncle Danny all raced here. I don't know if Grandpa ever raced here. I'm saying he probably did a couple times. But my dad and three uncles and maybe my grandpa, then myself and my brother, we overlapped with Dad a little bit. Then Cody come in and overlapped with me a little bit. And now my nephew Dallas and my cousin, boy, he raced, DJ, he raced here for a little bit in the modified. So since 1954, there's been a Hewitt here racing the whole time. That's pretty amazing.
I'm sure that means a lot to you.
Sure it does.
This is your home.
This is home.